Hello there, I'm Don for Yellow Media, and today I want to showcase a original iPad Mini 1. This is iteration number 1, first generation. 16 gigabytes in capacity, Wi-Fi only. It is currently running iOS 9.3.5, which is the latest version of iOS that this iPad supports. To be honest, whether it was on iOS 9 or iOS 8, it performed really sluggish. But to be honest, you don't really want to roll back to anything beyond that because app compatibility can be an issue. We're currently on iOS version 12, and iOS 9 is actually a version before the gesture control, before the complete overhaul of like the lock screen, because this is the lock screen where you can still go ahead and slide. This is where the this is this and this is this, you know. It was before like almost total UI change. This iPad is really sluggish and slow, but it has some cool features which I make used a lot over the years. Its 1080p video camera at the back may have some terrible autofocusing capabilities, but it was a 1080p camera nevertheless. And the 7.9-inch screen meant it was a relatively small compact form factor. The speakers was nice and clear, though it was bottom firing. The lightning port was terrible. I really wish it used something not proprietary. This 4:3 aspect ratio actually really helped with this cinema FPV application, where there's actually an application for a drone I used to fly infrequently, and that drone application only scaled well to 4:3 aspect ratio screen. This is 4:3, so I was really happy that the image didn't look stretched out whatsoever. What I don't like about this Apple iOS device being 16 gigabytes, it's limited capacity, but there's a ton of bloatware that I don't use. I call this a junk folder. Look at this, I got podcast tips, find friends, find iPhone, music, messages, reminders, video, iTunes Store, mail, map, photo booth, notes, iBooks, calendar, and FaceTime, contacts, and Game Center. All the apps I no longer use on this iPad. In fact, I don't even use this iPad anymore, but these are apps I just really don't use, even if I do use this iPad. And the thing about the iPad is that transferring media, photos, videos to and from this device is a pain in the ass, which is why I prefer Android, but even Android is not that great, but iOS is just inferior. Let's take a look at the App Store. But before that, there is this assisted touch, and this is something else. I forgot what this is. So there you go. It takes a few moments to load the Apple App Store. But you can see that the screen is actually dying. I mean, you can't see it when it's on the black background as now, but say I give it a white background. Okay, Safari, for example. You guys can see that there is a lot of black dead pixels here. Basically, over the years, when the screens are on, the screen will just row by row start dying. And then nowadays, it's actually... it's like just random lines, but slowly the screen's gonna come out black effectively. But I most of the time power this off, and when it powers off, it doesn't damage the screen anymore. I do know at times the screen will like just shift as if it's like auto adjusting on the VGA monitor. And while originally it was just the bottom pixels that are dead, the top pixels have also kind of started dying as well, which has hindered usability to an extent. That being said, fortunately, touch functionality still functions, so I can still swipe up to reveal the bottom panel, no problem. It's just that well, it works better on the home screen. I don't know why. And as you can see, the top screen still, so the touch digitizer still works, but it's just the screen is really bulked up. So yeah, this is a showcase of the better show you this other side. So nothing on the left. The top of the device, we got a power button and a microphone and a 3.5mm headphone jack. That's a 5 megapixel camera. That's a toggle mute switch or a rotation lock, volume controls, and then this is the Apple branding. Of the lightning connector and the speakers. So yeah, I'm really glad actually Apple recently updated the iPad mini, and yeah, that's a video showcase and remembrance of an iPad mini with a faulty display. Thank you for watching.